Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnasi, everyone. Today's uh, topic we have very special session, and the topic is parameters for selecting an organizations to unite. To guide us on this subject, we have a gentleman, Mulnivasi Kumar Sanjay, who is BTech from IIT Kanpur in civil engineering. He has also completed Master of Science in Bridge Engineering from University of Sydney, London. He is a social activist from Jharkhand in India. He is also an active member of BAMSEP and Patorn of MNT News Network, former international coordinator of BAMSEP. So please join me to welcome our today's speaker, Mulnivasi Kumar Sanjay. Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi sir.
Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi sir.
Yes. So friends, as you will see on the screen, today's topic. Today's topic is the parameters for selecting an organization to unite. Speaker is Mulnivasi Kumar Sanjay. So please join me one more time, Mulnivasi Kumar Sanjay, to guide us on this topic. Kumar Sanjay sir.
जी.
Why you think that organization is very important for all of us?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for inviting me on MNT News Network. It's a proud moment. It's a inspirational moment that we are discussing a very important topic. We will go for the historical development, or we will have some introduction on this subject.
Yes.
That how this subject is so important. I think
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
why the
Yes, sir.
MNT News Network has selected this topic for the discussion.
Yes, sir.
It's as it is saying that the parameters for selecting an organization to unite. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the here the very important word is organization. So selecting an organization itself, one word, selecting an organization. Why we have to select an organization to unite?
Yes,
You
sir.
see, in where I mean, in our society, in our country, or even outside the country, wherever we go, yeah, we have for education. Even we have gone all over the world. We have gone to USA, UK, and Australia, and many countries. We have gone. We have achieved the higher studies. We have done a lot of studies even in the Harvard University, Oxford University, and then our people, Mulnivasi people, has attained a very, uh, very uh, good positions, yeah, higher positions, yeah. So, but the thing is that when we see our society, because when we see our Mahamana, when we see our ancestors, either we say Buddha, we say Baba Sahib Ambedkar, or we say Sant Kabir, Raidas, or any from the any state, we so many Mahamana has said many things, but they have said very important things about the organization. That the power lies in the organization, the democracy. We in India, we are Mulnivasi, are Bahujan. We are 85-90% people in India, but still we are not in the governing power. Yeah, governing power is in the hands of the minorities. Yeah, with a less population, only less than 10% populations. It means having such a big population of 90%, and still we do not have power, and due to which we have a lot of trouble in our social life. Yeah, we have all the kinds of troubles. So the thing is that to create a power, it needed an organization. Now,
Yes, sir.
see our society, what we see that either the people are unorganized. Even he has got a very big study. He had done a study from the foreign countries. He had done in India itself IIT, IIMs. Yeah, you can see the lot of people who has done so many kind of studies. But if you see their pattern, what we see that even they are not organized. They have not selected organization to unite. So that is the one type of people. There are other type of people who have already organized. They are already working in some organization. They have drawn some inspiration from our Mahamana, our ancestors, to do some social work, to political work. But if you see their organization where they are united, then again we find that they are organized in the wrong organizations. So we see clear differentiation here. Two types of people: one people who are not organized, and another type of people who are organized, but they are organized in a wrong organization. That organization is not right for the welfare of the people. So, understanding this topic is very, very important. That if you are unorganized, then why you are unorganized? We must ask the question that our ancestors said, and we know from the childhood that power lies with the unity. Even we have studied a story that if you, I will give you one stick, you will be able to break it. But if you give a five stick and you put together, you won't be able to break it, because it's together, it's united. So in unity there is a lot of power. If we have to remove our slavery, if we have to remove our poverty, if we have to remove our problems in our if we have to remove our sufferings, we have to create the power. If we not create the power, and if you work as an individual, or if you work as a small organizations, your power will not be created, and we will remain as a shattered, we will remain unorganized, and we will be always governed by the somebody else. We will not be having our own governing power. So organization is very, very important, and so the importance is the selecting an organization. Because if our people would have selected a right organization, our suffering should have gone. Our suffering would have gone. But still, after 75 years of the freedom, still we are having the suffering in our life. So that is why this topic is so important for both type of people: the people who are already organized and the people who are not organized, means who are unorganized. Both type of people, they come and think together. They need to do the brainstorming that why in our life the suffering is still there. We have a such a good constitution, we have a such a welfare constitution, but having such a good constitution still in our life, we have a suffering, because we have not selected a right organization, or we are not organized until now. So in this view, it is very, very important that how to, we must know how to select an organization, and why we need to unite. We need to unite to create the power. So that is the, I think, motive behind keeping this topic, because until 75 years of the freedom, we still we are having the suffering, but the suffering is even going more deeper and deeper. We are having the more sufferings. So it is a very a saddest part, that we must come together and we must brainstorm, we must think where to organize. Yes, sir, we will hand over to you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We have very nicely explained why selecting an organization is so important, because right choice lead us to a right way, and
Yeah.
that makes our society happy, that makes our powerful to fight against any injustice. And thank you very much, sir. What could be the parameters? For example, any person, he is thinking that he is working and he has joined one organization, and he feels happy just by joining that organizations.
Yeah.
So, for guiding a common man or common activist, or the our friends in our society, what can be the parameters for choosing and organizations? How
Yes, yeah,
how
yeah.
you will guide us, sir? Yes.
Yeah, very important question, and which is hidden into the subject line itself. The parameters for selecting an organizations. The parameters, I should say that it's very important. We must listen carefully because these parameters has not gone into the society, into the country, into our people. We the people of India. These parameters, if it could have gone, we should not be having the such a sufferings. So the parameters are, at least I will name few of them, and I will some of them I will leave it to the others. But the some of them coming to the organizations which must be constituted, which must be made by the Mool Nivasi. The first parameter that I identify, that organization which has only the Mool Nivasi, made by the Mool Nivasi. In the organization in which there is only Mool Nivasi, non-Mool Nivasi entry is banned or not allowed. What does it mean? If we go to the Baba Sahib statement, what he's saying, the people who are suffering, those people must have their separate organization. He gives example that if you will not do this, then what will happen? And what he's saying, that suppose if you will unite a cat and a rat, you will make an organization of cat and rat. Do you think that cat and rat will be happy together? If you make an organization where snake, yeah, snake, and then what you call nevla, if
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
mongoose, mongoose.
Good, sir.
So yeah, mongoose and snake. If you make organization of mongoose and snake, can both they will be happy together in an organization? If you make organization of elephant and berry, can this elephant and berry are going to live happily together in an organization? Really not, we know, because the one which is stronger, whenever he will find a occasion, when he will find a time, he will uh, go with the one who is weaker. He will govern on them. He will eat, put into the suffering position. That's what we have. So in the 70 years of after freedom, we have made an organizations in which the Mulnivasi and Gair Mulnivasi are together. And we are saying that we follow the constitution. We are saying that as per the constitution, which is first page of the preamble itself, that we have right to achieve the justice, equality, liberty, and fraternity. The people of Mul Nivasi, they are trying to achieve this one, but the one who are Gar Mul Nivasi, they are just opposite of this. They do not follow the constitution. They don't even adopt the constitution. Yeah, they are just trying to just destroy the constitution. Yeah, so they want to bury this constitutional things given into that for us, constitutional rights and everything. So it's very important. Then when you are choosing an organization, you have to check that in this organization whether the Mul Nivasi and Gair Mul Nivasi both are together or only the Mul Nivasi. If only the organization which is made by the Mul Nivasi only and Gair Mul Nivasi are not, entry is banned or not allowed, only those organizations can be welfare organization for the Mul Nivasi, not others. We are not so much knowledgeable than Baba Sahib Dr. Ambedkar. He has written so much. If you want to read, go to the volume 17, part 3. He has given so much about the organization, how to choose an organization. So this was the first parameter that I will say, that the organization which must be made by the Mul Nivasi only. The second parameter I will say, there must be an identity. There must be a broad identity of the organization which must have a broad identity, which must have a Mulnivasi identity, which not be working on the like a class identity, like a ST, SC, OBC, or casted organization, like a organization of some particular caste. Then we will be in the minorities. Like suppose somebody is making a organization of the ST, The population of ST 8.5%. So it will be a organization of 8.5%. If you make a organization of the SC 15%, it will be organization of the 15%. And then again, this making a separate class-based organization will not let you unite, will keep you separate, keep you divided. So it's very important that your identity of uniting must be very broad-based identity, which is a Mul Nivasi identity. Do you mean by the Mul Nivasi? Mul Nivasi means ST, SC, OBC, converted minorities. ST, SC, OBC, converted minorities. All these four makes 90% of the population of India. 90%. When we have a 90% population united together, there's nobody in this world who can stop us from suffering, removing our sufferings from our life. So this was the second parameters that I said, that the identity, Mool Nivasi identity. The third identity I will point out, that constitutionalism. Constitutionalism. What is the constitutionalism? See, any organization has a constitution. They have a written document on wrote written document, but any organization has a constitution. Now, in the organization, they must follow the constitution. Constitution must be made for the welfare of the people. So, if there is a constitutionalism, there should not be individualism. There not be a hero worship. There not be a supremogiri. There must be the constitution should be the supreme in the organization, not the people. So the third parameter I am saying, that constitutionalism means the people must follow the constitution of the organization, and this constitution is so important that will stop the people going behind the some people. If they will follow the constitution, they will understand that the constitution of the organization is the supreme. They have to follow the supreme document, and that constitution must be aligned with the constitution of India itself. So that is the constitutionalism. The fourth parameter I will say, which should have I said earlier, that democratic nature of the organization. What do you mean by the democratic organization? An organization where the leaders, where the representations keep changing time to time, periodically, not like a dynasty, not like a supremogiri, not the one person is supreme and he will be for whole life until he die, he will be the only leader and others will be following him. In the democracy, we never, it's not the purpose of the democracy. In the democratic country, we should follow the democracy. We should make an organization which is a democratic organization in nature. Democratic means the leadership must change time to time. Now, whatever the time can be, it can be 2 years, or can be 3 years, or can be 5 years, whatever, but must be changing the must be changing the uh, de- uh, must be changing the leadership. Yeah. So that is the another thing. Now coming to the democratic, I will just elaborate little bit more, because this is a very important in the respect that, see, you see the many organization in our society, but what you will see, the person, one person, the organization is in the name of the one person. It's known in the name of the one person. Anybody is asking which organization, they will name the organization in the name of the person. Means the person is important. Democracy is not important. Democratic pattern is not important, or democratic pattern is not recognized in the organization. So this democratic pattern must be there so that everybody can get a chance. There should not be a dynasty. Dynasty was in the old time, but still after getting the freedom, we will see that the father dies, then his son is the leader of that organization. His relatives are the leader of that organization. So what will happen to the other people? Other people will never get a chance to have the representation or have the leadership, and that's how the organization will not flourish, because you are not giving the chance to the other people. So this is a very, very important parameters that democratic nature of the organization must be there. So person must choose an organization where there is a democratic system in the organization, not individualism, not dynasty, not familyism. That family members, family trees are just following the leadership. We are in the same line. We will go to the next parameters that the organization must be in the national level, must be spread all over the country. Why this is so important? We have seen a small organization limited to the state. So you will see that there are many Mulnivasi, who has made their government in the some state. Tamil Nadu, take the example. Bihar, take the example. UP, take the example. Many times the many government has come that is a Mulnivasi government. But the India is a union of states. India is a union of states. If you make a government in the one country, one state, what will be happening to the other state? Other state will be suffering. Even you are doing the welfare in the one state, your other states will be suffering, and so the India will be suffering, because like India is a whole body. Suppose in our one body, one part of the body is suffering. That suffering is felt by the other part of the body. It's like the same. If one state is having the suffering, other part of the country will be suffering that pain. That state is having the poverty, having the so many kinds of problems. Yeah. So the organization must be of the national level, not local level, not limited in some states. It must be spread into the. So we must find out an organization which is of the national level organization, which is spread, which is working on the all over the country. Even nowadays, not only the country, because we are living outside the country, even it's working beyond the country. Yeah, because it's a, altogether we are as an Indian only. So this was the next parameter that I will say, that people must find out an organization which is a national organization. They should stop working into the local organization. If you work into the local organization, you must find out, you must ask yourself that what is the end, what is the mother organization of this local organization? Is it united with the big national organization? Is it a part of the national organization? If not, then where is your end? What you will achieve? So it's a very, very important that we should choose an organization which has a, even if it is local, but it must have a mother organization which is a national level organization. The next parameter I will say that see, any country is made up of the man and woman, 50% men, 50% women approximately. Any organization where the leadership, which are the representation of the women, is not 50%, how the growth of the women will happen? So organization must be working for the representation of the women equally. An organization must have a woman representation. If not 50% representation, they must be working towards that to make the women representation 50%, so that the welfare of the women can be equally important and equally can be seen in that aspect. So an organization which is not male and female based, but the male and females all work together, and the representation is in the same ratio, means 50% women, 50% men. That should be the target of the an organization. If it is not the case, because if it will not happen, then again there will be a half of 50% of the population will be in trouble. So these are the some of the uh, parameters that I can say. More than that, there are so many things we can point out, that the organization should not be based on the religion, just one religion, because India is a secular country. Yeah, India is non-religious. The India has no its own religion. Yeah, so it should not be working for the one religion, because the same Mul Nivasi people are in all religions. Some are Buddhist, some are Islam, some are Christian, some are still Hindu, and like this. Yeah, so they are in the spread in the many religious identity. So we should not work into the any kind of particular religiosity, but we must work for the broad identity who can absorb all of the religions, yeah, or who can absorb all of the state people, who can absorb the all the linguistics. We have many language in India, yeah. So either it's Tamil or it's Hindi or it's Marathi or it's Gujarati. All people should be working together as a brotherhood into the organization. So such kind of broad vision organization should be there. There could be more parameters, but I think these many parameters are very, very important. On the basis of that, a person which is not organized can organize and find out such organization, and a person which is already organized, but he should find out that I am in the wrong organization, and he should detach from there, and he should attach into the, he should unite into the right organization. So from the wrong organization, he should detach and he should unite into the right organization. So I gave the example for both people who are unorganized people and who are already organized but who are organized into the wrong organization. Yes, sir. Over.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Kumar Sanjay ji. You have very rightly and very like broad manner you have I didn't helped us to what are the parameters to this for selecting organizations. For example, we should be able to understand who are our friends. That's very
Yeah.
important. If the people who are not our friends, they are in the organizations, what will happen to that organizations? It is going to go in different directions, and definitely it will not be for us. It will be for others. Second point, just I will brief one more time. A broad base, yes, it should have a broad base, not a gully base. If one caste people are coming together and they are making organization for their only for that caste. So if you consider them as a caste, they are in minority, and minority people cannot rule. We have to uh, be in a majority, and we have to be uh, broad base. And third point we have explained about the constitutional. It should have constitutional base. It's not be in haphazard manner. Anyone is coming and doing some work. No, there must have some constitution, and it should be democratic. And there must be change of leadership. Not the same person is leading that organizations till he dies. He must give opportunity to the young people or the new people to come forward and who will lead the organization. So very well explained, sir. And the national level, it should be for the Bharat, India, not for one particular gully or any state. You have also explained about the representation of the women. Very well explained, and and our India being uh, like it's not have any one religion, a lot of religions, and we should be that religion should be able to accommodate all the our people, and it should be non-religious. Very well explained, sir. Uh, Now, just one thing came in my mind. People normally go to the market and they even select a vegetable. For selecting
Yeah.
this very simple vegetable, they go to various shops. How can you correlate this with our selection of the organizations? Just one or two sentences from your side.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, when we study into schools, we see that we study the Newton's law. We Newton's law, and we know that many scientists, many people, and even in the lab, we can go and test it. Yeah. So we do not go and test the Newton's law again. We apply the Newton's law and we do the work. Yeah. Similarly, when we go to the even the market, we do not take it to the laboratory and we do the research and we try to find out which bhindi or which vegetables right now based on our experience. Yeah, based on our feelings, based on our knowledge, we know that which is in the right and wrong and we select it. Similarly, We have educated either from IIT, IIMs, or any university or Oxford or Harvard. Doesn't matter unless until we know how to select an organization. Now again, we don't need to test it. We don't need to go and do again the same test which Buddha has done it. We don't need to go and sit into the meditation and we do the 6 7 years of meditation to find the same thing what he has done it. We don't need to go to the Baba Sahib like Baba Sahib and again do the same sufferings he has done. The our Mahamano all have done and given the guidelines. They have written the books and books, the volumes for us. They have given the lot of things, parameters that we already discussed. Volume 17, part 3. Go and read, and you find out that each and everything is given. On the basis of that one, we have identified the parameters. On that parameters, we just select the organization and we should work it. We don't need to again test it. We don't need to go and again do the research. We have our sense, we have our knowledge. We can understand what Baba Sahib has said. We can understand how the what Buddha has said. We can understand what Periyar has said, or what Sant Raidas has said, Sant Kabir has said. All Mahamano, Jyotiba Phule has said, Savitribai Phule has said, Fatima Sheikh has said. All this Mahamano has already said, given the guidelines. They have said all the things. The Constitution of India has already laid all the parameters of the welfare states. So, following that one, we should know how to select the organization on our basis, on our logic, on our experience, on the other senses of our thinkings. Yeah,
So, in today's topic, the word unite. Why, uh, why you think that this unite, not only
yeah,
uniting the people, but uniting the organizations uh, which are uh, which are in various sects.
yeah.
Why do you give importance to that word unite, sir?
Yeah, the word unite, yeah, again is coming to because all that we are going to the organization to unite ourselves. Even we see, even forgetting the human beings. If you look the animal patterns, if you see the South Africa, if you see the channels, Discovery channels, we can find that even the animals lives into the unity. Even we can see that the buffaloes lives into the unity and they are able to fight with the tigers. Yeah, so we but in our in the animals there is a strong and weak, but in human being there is nothing like a strong and weak. All are equal, all have the same senses, all have a same hands, nose, eyes, leg, everything. So in human there is nothing like a unequal power. Everybody has a almost similar power. In the animals we find that they have someone is weak and strong, but still the weaker are able to fight with the stronger one. Yeah, so in that respect unity is very important. In the respect that we have to create the power. Now unite, for uniting, first thing we have to understand is that unite whom? First of all, a person has to unite into the organization. Means himself, yourself, or ourselves have to organize into unite into the organization. As soon as we have gone into the organization and we know that this is the right organization, the second priority goes that I have organized, I have unite. But this doesn't mean that I will myself just create, or few people will create, or hundred or lakhs of people will create the power. No, then whatever the crore of the people are still not united. So immediately our duty start that as soon as I have united, unite the other people, unite the women in the equal population. 50% the people of the women is there, so unite the women in the same proportion. Then the third thing, that there are a small class based, caste based, religious based, many type of organization, education based, politics based, social based, many types of organizations are there, state based. So we need to immediately organize those organizations also to make create a bigger power. Because if we are started into the fragmented into the small organizations, power will not be created, and then minorities people will be governing on us, and we will be the sufferer, we will be suffering. Yeah. So remove our suffering from our life, all kinds of suffering. Either it's related to the educational suffering, it's related to the poverty, it's related to the our house, it's clothes, shelter, whatever. We have to remove our suffering. We have to create the power. To create the power, we need to unite. So unity is very, very important. But again, I will repeat: unite yourself, unite others, unite the other organizations, create the power. But keep in mind, please take care that do not unite those which are your enemy, which are uh, following the inequality, which do not like justice, which are like injustice. So you do not unite them into your organization. You have to unite Mul Nivasi into Mul Nivasi organization, nobody else. Because Mul Nivasi are the people who like the justice, who like liberty, equality, and fraternity. So only these people have to come together, and those who don't like this one means the Gair Mul Nivasi should not be in the organization, should not unite them into our organization. Yes, sir. Over.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable guidance and address. Definitely, our viewers have a good takeaway out of your these motivational words and the advices. Just quick, sir, to we are going to conclude now this session. So, uh, what is your message to the viewers of MNT uh, viewers? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you so much, sir, for the message at the end. Uh, See, as a social activist, we go everywhere, in the society. What we find that there is at least a minimum awareness that they are saying that we are going to save the constitution. Everybody talking the constitution is in danger. We want to save the constitution, and that there are many people who have made the organization in the name of constitution safeguard, constitution savior. But it's a simple question that how you are going to save the constitution if you have not made organization which fulfill the above parameters, then how you are going to save the organization? To save the organization, you must select an organization which is a right organization. You must unite, and if you have united, immediately you should start uniting the others. Then only you can save the constitution. Saving a constitution is not a job of thousands of people or lakhs of people, but it's a job of 90% more Nivasi come together and sit together and brainstorm together and behave as a constitutional organization, uh, behave into the constitutionalism, behave into the constitutional morality, and then you can save your constitution. Constitution will be in your hand as a your safe constitution. So I think people, I will request all of those viewers that you must select the right organization and you must come together and you must save your constitution. If you save your constitution, if you can create your power through the organization, you can be a governing class, you will be a governing uh, power, and you can remove your suffering from your life. All kinds of suffering you can remove from your life. So that is the message only, sir. Thank you so much. Over.
Thank you so much, Kumar Sanjay ji, for your valuable guidance. And I thank all the viewers also, those who have been listening it patiently. And definitely it will be useful. Those uh, who have missed it or those who have seen it and they want to revisit, the recording will be available of this program. Please share it, like it, and just spread the news of these advices and to our friends for their benefits, and so that we all get united and to achieve the goal what we have been what have been set by our uh, Mahamanava forefathers. Thank you so much, friends. Tomorrow we'll have two sessions tomorrow on 27th March, Monday. Morning sessions will be on Dr. Ambedकर द्वारा जात पात तोड़क मंडल को पत्र से वर्तमान में सीख. It will be around 10 a.m. And in the evening there will be another session कर्मचारियों के लिए पुरानी पेंशन योजना के साथ और भी संवैधानिक अधिकार महत्वपूर्ण, ये रहेगा सेशन 8:30 को। तो प्लीज ज्वाइन एंड just encourage our friends and let us be united so that we'll get a strength to get our rights. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, sir. Jai Bhim, Jai Mulyawasi,
थैंक यू सो मच सर। जय भीम, जय मृणासी, जय संविधान, जय भारत।
Jai Sanvidan, Jai Bharat.